evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Professor Potato Head.
And my name is Dr. P. Bear.
And today we're going to talk briefly about using literacy and creativity effectively in the classroom.
That's right! There are endless ways to incorporate literature with all the subjects.
Let's start with something simple, English and language arts.
Yes, Professor Potato Head. Tell me more.
Reading to your students frequently and having books available and accessible in your classroom will encourage your students to read.
What a great idea, Professor! For the subjects of social studies and science, you could use informational books with a strong narrator voice or even a narrative structure. That way, your students may relate the information in a more meaningful way.
A more meaningful way indeed.
Indubitably! What about the tricky subject of mathematics?
I'm so glad you asked, Dr. P. Bear. Connecting mathematics to other content areas makes the information more relatable to your students and gets them focused and interested in the subject.
Brilliant! And lastly, we have the subject of the arts.
Integrating literature with the arts opens your students up to endless creativity.
That's right! Visual images and illustrated books teach your students about narrative. Using drama and performance is also a great way for your students to understand narrative and characterization in literature.
But how do we get all these subjects to be interesting to each individual student in a class?
Well, Professor Potato Head, have you heard of Howard Gardner?
Oh, why yes I have. He developed the theory of multiple intelligences.
Correct! There are 8 different styles of learning. In order to increase student involvement in the classroom, a teacher needs to provide students with many creative ways to learn.
I think I see where you're going with this. If a student loves music, let them sing. If they are kinesthetic, have them dance to the singing.
You are absolutely right. By allowing students to learn using things that interest them, you are making it more likely they will enjoy learning and retain the information.
In conclusion, knowing your students' strengths and interests will help you tap into their creativity.
And a fantastic way to help them make associations with their own lives and learning is through a great book. What are we going to
Oh yeah.
Yep. Thanks!
And that's all, folks. Da, 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 da.